I'm Anastasia, and in the journey of learning new things, I'm renovating me and my sister's art studio deep in the rainforest. I started by tearing down some walls, building some door frames, and building a new wall.
So last week I spent a very long time trying to restore some old doors that turned out to be full of termites to the point where they were almost completely rotten, and the termites could have gone and eaten everything else that we own. And so now I'm on the journey of restoring a second pair of doors. These ones don't have termite damage, but they definitely are lead paint. I tested them and they are 100% lead paint.
Whoa. That's lead paint.
This tester is supposed to slowly change the colour if there's any chance of lead, and instead it turned bright red the moment I touched it.
Oh, that makes everything worse.
So that's why I'm dressed like a washed up man from a disco, because I'm trying to cover everything. This is my version of PPE, basically, and I'm going to try to scrape the lead paint off so that I can repaint them, so that I can restore them into some beautiful old doors. So one thing that I realized since last time is that I was using the wrong tool, and this tool is way easier, so that's a relief at least.
At this point, after a week of restoring the other pair of doors that ended up being rubbish, worthy of nothing more than a dump pile that they ended up in, I kind of knew what I was getting into. This is not easy work, and I spent most of the day scraping lead, going to bed with very sore arms. And in that time, I didn't even finish half of the doors.
It is finally time to paint these doors, and I'm so excited to just get the lead covered up because I feel like I've been scraping lead off these for so long now. I didn't film a lot of it because I didn't want to get my lead hands on the camera, but I've been scraping these doors for days now. It feels like weeks, honestly. So I'm very excited to get them painted, cover up all the lead, and not have to think about lead ever again. I have just remembered that I kind of forgot to do half the jobs that I was supposed to do before I painted these, and I just started painting because I was too excited about finally moving on from the lead paint. But I actually need to take the glass out and take the ugly ply bits out, which I haven't done on two of them that I've already painted. One of the things that I'm trying to do with this renovation is get this workshop space clear so it can actually be a workshop. And I'm realizing that I really should have done that first instead of working in here when it's such a mess. And trying to do all this work with so much clutter, and then I'm gonna try to get clean after. I should have done it the other way around. I should have cleaned it up first. But anyway, here I am. So I'm getting this part out. I'm just spraying it just in case it's like an old material. I don't want it to have like asbestos or anything in it. So then I'm gonna just take out this old chipboard that someone's put in there because it's ugly and I want to get back to the original thing. Whoever worked on these doors before me they're in trouble. I'm angry at them because they used silicone instead of putty, so it's been really hard to get out. They put ugly old chipboard in here, so it's really hard. They painted the whole thing with like floor paint, so it was all like this gross texture, and that's why I had to scrape off all the paint. If it wasn't for that, I could have just encased the lead paint, but they had lead paint on one side and then this disgusting like floor paint that was so thick on the other side. So that's why I was scraping that for days. They've done everything to make it so hard for the next person, and here I am. Actually, to be honest, I'm mostly angry at just the amount of disgusting toxic chemicals in things that were made in eras before. Like, come on guys, lead paint, asbestos, I'm over it. I want these beautiful old doors and there's just so much that could go wrong with them. White ants, I guess that's no one's fault but my own, but it's still annoying! So my next step in these doors is that I need to fill in these holes, and there's lots of them because they've just started to split and expand and the wood has cracked. And they're pretty big holes. And I have no idea what you're supposed to do in this situation, and I don't have the internet here. So I'm just gonna guess, and I found some kind of like wood filler putty stuff. And I'm just gonna try to put that in, and I'll see how it goes. I'm hopeful right now. gonna see if this works, and then I'll just hopefully prime over it and it'll look like wood. Because I don't mind it looking like a crack. I think that's kind of nice. Like, I don't mind the story of the doors, you know, knowing that they're old and broken, but I think it's a bit too cracky right now, you know. This is the good thing about having a shed full of junk, is that you come across things that you didn't know you needed and you never have to go to the store. Careful, do you need help? Oh, wait. There you go. Oh, the ducks know exactly where they want to go in the morning, and they run as fast as they can to their paddock because that's where they get their food, and it's so cute. But today I'm getting back into the doors and I'm feeling inspired now. I think it was really stressing me out over the past however long of doing all of the lead part, but now that I'm past that, it's exciting. I just have to paint it and it was looking so good, so I think it'll be good. Hi Cody, good morning. Silly, this little goat, he is growing up so much. He was just a little baby a few months ago, and he's a boy and he's the buck of the flock. And I think that maybe he's started mating with the girls, so that means that we might have babies in 5 months, which is so exciting, but also a little bit terrifying because we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 girls and they could all be pregnant, and goats can have like up to like 3 or 5, I think, babies at a time. We've only ever had twins, but we might have a lot more goats soon. Me and Mike cleaned up the place yesterday and it's feeling so much better, even though it still looks very messy. But that means today I can paint these doors way easier, so I'm excited. So my first step is to sand back this gap filler stuff that I put in yesterday and hope that it stays, but it's hard and I think it's gonna be good. That looks so good if it stays in. I'll try the other side. Okay, I missed a little bit. Oh, quite a bit. I'm painting and I'm very excited. I think this color is perfect. I was a little bit worried at first that it was too, I don't know, too green, I guess, but the more I paint it, the more that too green is the perfect green. So the next step that I kind of forgot about is priming and painting all of the doorways and all of the framing. And then after that, the doors are ready to hang, which I'm so excited about. I can't believe they're all finished because these doors have been a journey, I will tell you that. But we haven't got glass in them yet, but we're thinking of lead lighting them because Mum's secretly a pro lead lighter. She hasn't done it for years, but this is gonna be her way of getting back into it. And so we're gonna lead light the windows, and we haven't decided what to lead light them, like what design to do yet, but I'm so excited to learn from her. This is actually my dream. We just need to buy some of the supplies, so maybe we'll do it next week. Or maybe the week after. The story of these doors has been so intense, so I'm feeling very proud that they're looking nice now because it went from me picking up some secondhand doors that were like pretty trash in the middle of the bush somewhere because they were free and why not, to leaving them around for a year, realizing that they had termites in them after trying to restore them and remove the lead paint for ages, to getting a new pair of doors that were equally pretty trash and then restoring them to now they look so nice. And it just reminds me of why, of course, you've always got to get the things that look like trash to everyone else because they have so much beauty in them. It's the stories of being secondhand that make them so much nicer than you can buy anything new. Can you imagine? Can you imagine trying to buy that new? No way. Things aren't made like they used to be. But they're also not made with lead paint now, which I'm very grateful for. the goats always come and they always just fight over who can stand on the tiny bit of veranda that they're allowed to be on. They're not allowed on the rest of the veranda because they eat all the plants. Be nice. Hey, bird. Hi. What are you doing, Maggie? Also, you can eat a hoot pie. Another day, another problem. This is like lock and key situation, and the little, I don't know what this is called, the like tongue of the door is like stuck in and I can't get it out. I was probably a bit silly, but I painted over the whole thing, which I normally hate when people do that, but it was kind of necessary because there was lead paint on it, so I just kind of wanted to seal it and make sure that it didn't come off. But now it's, I don't think it's just my fault. I think it wasn't working before, but it's really not coming out. And I don't know why. Oh, see, if I bang it, it comes out a little bit. Oh, it came out! Oh, that's so good! Oh my god. I did not expect that to work. I've been working on the other one for like an hour probably, and it still hasn't come out. And then I just tap that one and it works. Okay, this is the real question though. I put in this. Oh my god, it works! This is the most exciting thing in the world. Oh, okay, now I just need to fix the other one. The problem is I don't know how I fix this one. I swear that's so close. It just doesn't move. I've used lock lubricant and it didn't work. I thought with a name like that it would work. I never find the right tools for the job, and I finally did, and they don't work. Attempt 2, I'm gonna just try to take this thing off, and then maybe once it's off I can take it apart. Ah! Yes. Whoa. 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 Okay, so this is my technique, which, because there's just so much rust debris inside this like lock mechanism that it is moving now, so that's exciting. I've just been doing that and like so much rust comes out. This is my whole pile of rust here. I know I could technically take it apart. I just have experience of taking these things apart and all of the springs just pop out and they can never go back into place very well. So I kind of prefer not to. Lucky I have a tetanus shot. That's moving really well now. This is so exciting. Can you breathe in rust? Is that bad for you? Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna hang the door. Phillips head. I need some screws and I need the confidence to do this. I'm gonna chalk it up a little bit. I recently found out that chalks are a real thing. I always thought it was just whatever you could find. And then a friend showed me her chalks and I was like, what? There's actual products that are particular sizes so that you can lift things up and squish them in between. I've just been using a notebook this whole time. So when the chalk's too big, that's when you get out your half notebook. Who needs real tools? Look how cute this looks. But I think I'm gonna have to chisel out, well I should have originally, but this was just a test. I'm gonna chisel out where the hinges go in so that the door sits straight up against this. What is that word? I can't remember. There's a building word for it. There's so many building words, I don't know. And then also do the same on this side, because at the moment if I left it like this, they don't really meet. And that's not what you want with doors. I've been using our paw chisel for so many things that aren't what a chisel's supposed to be used for. I've been using it for trying to get rust out of locks. I've been using it to try to get all the putty off the glass that was in here. And now I finally get to use it for what it's supposed to be used for. I'm feeling very excited, but it's probably blunt from all the misuse. Yes, that's working when it's with the grain. I need 5 hands. Is that too much to ask for? Oh, honestly, just 3 hands would be enough at this point. Oh my god! Thing underneath. Okay, it balances. Okay, let's see if this works. Ooh, I have a feeling it might not have, because that's really tight. I should be careful with this notebook. I like this notebook. That's good. I did not expect that to line up so well on the first go. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, it's not that good. Oh. Okay, that's not great. But it's close. I think I'll fix it tomorrow because tonight I'm going out and seeing a musician, which I'm excited about. Makeover Glider, you've probably heard in our videos before, and she's playing at the local pub, so I'm gonna go do that now and get distracted and do this tomorrow. Okay, I decided that I have a tiny bit more time before I get ready, so I'm gonna try to finish it because I'm too excited. I'm too excited to leave it as is. I'm gonna put, this is the part that I chiseled out, I'm gonna stick it back in up there and hope that that just brings it this way enough. I don't know, I'll see. Really need ear protection, but I've lost it. I'll lose my hearing if I don't get ear protection, so it's more important. Experimentative handle. No. There are handles everywhere right now. I can't handle it. Okay. And it's working, and then it goes in. I'm so proud! Thank you so much for watching, and compliment me on my doors, please, because look at this! I'm so excited! They close, and then they open, and then I'm going to put LED light in here with the help from Mum, and I'll hang the next set of doors. I'll do that tomorrow morning. I should have done that. Anyway, I'm excited, I'm proud, and I can't believe the handles work. Also, thank you so much to our patrons. I forgot I was too excited about the doors. Thank you so much for your support. It means so much to us just to have you guys always there. Woo! What do you think, Clara?